My mother came flying down the stairs of the bridal suite at a speed I genuinely did not know she was physically capable of, and by the time she hit the ceremony lawn, she was already talking at a volume that I am fairly certain carried all the way to the parking field where Darren should have been standing in the first place. Darren was next to his truck with both hands on his hips, surveying the damage around him, with the calm, detached energy of a contractor assessing a job site, rather than a man who had just driven through someone's wedding. He looked at the flower arch, which was now lying mostly on its side with petals scattered across a 12-foot radius, pointed at it and said that thing was not secured properly. My mother turned a color I have never seen on a human face before or since, and I say that with complete sincerity. My wedding coordinator, Patricia, arrived 30 seconds later, took one single look at the scene in front of her, walked to one of the surviving chairs, sat down and put both hands over her face without saying a word. The groomsmen were recruited immediately and spent the next hour and 45 minutes reassembling chairs, zip-tying the flower arch back into something that roughly resembled its original shape if you did not look at it directly, and taking turns trying to flatten the tire track that ran in a clean straight line directly down the center of the aisle runner. My florist arrived to do her final touch-ups, turned the corner onto the ceremony lawn, stopped completely still, took out her phone and called someone, and the first thing she said was, "You are genuinely not going to believe what I'm looking at right now." Jake found out 20 minutes before the ceremony was supposed to start, and his entire response, his complete and total reaction to learning that his wedding had been partially demolished by my uncle's pickup truck, was to close his eyes for a moment and say of course it was Darren, which honestly captured the situation more accurately than anything else anyone said all day. The ceremony happened. It was 1 hour and 10 minutes late. The arch leaned visibly to the left for the entire service and nobody mentioned it. There was a tire track down the center of the aisle that no amount of steaming or smoothing had been able to fully remove. Darren sat in the front row looking completely at peace with himself, and at one point during the vows I watched him reach into his jacket pocket and pull out a bread roll he had taken from the reception tent on his way in and just start eating it. When the officiant got to the part about objections, my little brother leaned over and whispered, "Darren probably has a few," and the entire front row completely lost it. It was late and imperfect, and absolutely nothing went the way I had planned, and it was the best day of my entire life. Except for where Darren parked.